This will be for the con exercise, Parabolas intro. All right, it says graph a parabola whose x-intercepts are at x equals -3 and x equals 5, and whose minimum value is y equals -4. So I'm going to do a quick sketch myself before I manipulate their graph. It says the x-intercepts are at x equals -3 and x equals 5. Okay, of course the x-intercepts are where the graph crosses the x-axis. All right, so we have x equals -3. So this is x equals 0. I'll go about 3 units this way. That's x equals -3. And the other one is x equals +5. So start at 0 and go approximately to +5. All right, so that is x equals 5. And we're graphing a parabola. So it's going to be basically like this, okay? And it's going to go through -3 and +5 like this. Okay, I can't do it that well, but it's going to go through -3 and +5. Now it says the minimum value is y equals -4. So this point right here is y equals -4. Now the only problem is, and I didn't draw it that great, the only problem is this point isn't necessarily on the y-axis. Okay, we have to find the x-coordinate for this point. Well, it's actually pretty easy because it's going to be exactly in between -3 and +5. So we just have to find the midpoint of these two numbers, the middle number. So basically, the midpoint is going to be the same as the average. Okay, and how do you find the average of two numbers? You add them and divide by 2. So -3 plus 5 and divided by 2. All right, -3 plus 5 is 2. Divided by 2, that just equals 1. Okay, so this point here is y equals -4, but it's x equals 1 because it's going to be exactly in between these 2 points. All right, so the axis of symmetry is going to be like so. All right, so y equals -4, x equals 1. All right, and that's going to be the minimum point. Okay, so now we go to our graph. All right, I'll erase some stuff here. Okay, this one point is going to be the minimum point. So I'm going to left click, hold it down, and drag it into place. I'm going to x equals 1 and y equals -4. X equals 1, y equals -4. Okay, and the other one is going to be one of the x-intercepts. We said the x-intercepts are -3 and +5. So you just get one of them. All right, so I'm going to go to x equals +5. And see, the other one just falls into place. So we have +5 and -3 for the x-intercepts. But you have to use one point, one of these 2 green dots for the vertex, the lowest point. Okay, they said the y-coordinate for the lowest point, but we had to find the x-coordinate. It's exactly in between -3 and +5. Okay, easy one here. Which parabolas open up? Choose all answers that apply. So we're looking for the ones that open up. This one clearly opens down. Answer B. That one definitely opens up. Answer C, up. And that's it. So it's both B and C. Might be more than one answer for these. Okay, a parabola intersects the x-axis at x equals 3 and x equals 9. What is the x-coordinate of the parabola's vertex? All right, we just did something like this a minute ago. I'll draw it out again. You don't have to draw it, but I'm going to draw it just to show you. All right, the parabola intersects the x-axis at x equals 3 and x equals 9. So if we went to x equals 3, this is the x-axis, we'll say that's 3, and x equals 9, we'll say right there is 9. The parabola is going to intersect the x-axis at those points, so it's basically going to be like that. Okay, and the vertex, which is the lowest or highest point, is going to be right there. They want to know the x-coordinate of the vertex, that point. Well, how would we find the vertex or the x-coordinate of that point? Well, it's simple. It's actually exactly in between 3 and 9. Okay, it's going to be exactly in between 3 and 9. So the only thing you have to do is just find the average, okay, or the midpoint of those two numbers. So how do you find the midpoint or the average of two numbers? You just add them and divide by 2. So we have 3 plus 9 divided by 2. Of course, 3 plus 9 is 12 divided by 2, and that's just going to be 6. So the point that's right in the middle is 6. The x-coordinate of the vertex is 6. They did not ask us for the y-coordinate, so we don't need that. We just need the 6. So click inside the box and type 6. All right, draw the parabola's axis of symmetry. Just a quick refresher. The axis of symmetry, which is what we're looking for, is, if I were to sketch a parabola, the axis of symmetry is the line that cuts it in half. It goes through the vertex point right down the middle. Okay, so that line right there is your axis of symmetry. They didn't ask us for the equation. Okay, they're just asking us to sketch it. All right, so let's look at their graph. All right. Now, this green line here, it has 2 points on it. You left click on one at a time, hold it down. I suggest you put the first point right at the vertex. Okay, see, the vertex is the highest or lowest point. So just left click on it, hold it down, and drag it into place. And then you can take the other point and just line it up so it is right down the middle of that parabola. Okay, it doesn't matter how high or low this point is. That doesn't matter. Okay, the point is to get this line right down the middle of the parabola. So that's it right there. So I would put one point at the vertex and then just drag the other one into place.